Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. I had to think about it, sorry. Oh my gosh. Hopefully you're having a great day. It's a little bit chill today, but it's a good day. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Let's see where we're going to go with this read. Hopefully it's a different story. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to talk about, please? Thank you. Impersonator. Yeah, it might have something to do with the last read I did. It's in reverse, so somebody's getting found out. Overarching energy. Wants to be you, acts like, dresses like, looks like, and copies you. Oh, dear. Get a life. Underlying energy, and they're going around talking shit about you. Or maybe now they got found out, people are talking shit about them. Underlying energy. Oh, it's a girl fight or a guy fight. Okay, place the genders where it belongs. Arguments, physical fight at war and competing. So if they want to fight physical with you, I wouldn't suggest you lower your standards, okay? Have them arrested, have them picked up, and let them fight themselves. They want to compete with you, that's their problem. Someone's looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info. So they're trying to be you. So they're looking you up in whatever way, trying to look like you, maybe, you know, turning their hair color like yours, styling it like you, wearing the same types of clothing. If they can hear you speaking, maybe they're trying to speak like you. You know, they're clout hungry here. Says anything, does anything, makes shit up and dramatic. Fake flexing, acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. Somebody married for money. So they're looking for somebody. Maybe they're looking for your ex or your current. Oh, pay for me. Yeah, ignore them. Or they claim that you married somebody for money. You're ignoring them or somebody else is ignoring them. They're in their head, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. Dust it off, okay? You've moved on. Thank you, next. They want money. This is somebody that's just solely, everything they do is based on money. They're feeling haunted, memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. They could have did something, paid somebody money on Halloween to do something towards you because you rejected them, or they try to petition some deity and they've been rejected. Or this is somebody that got in between you and another and they've been rejected now. Somebody's hustling here, making it rain, focused on money and getting it. Or you're going to reject them. They might want to come back towards you. You're going to reject them. You're busy building your empire, let's say. They're creeping on you. They're stalking you. Oh, God, stalking, watching, obsessed. Maybe if you do have online presence, you don't have to. But they're fishing for comments. Maybe they want to know who's talking to you, who you're talking to. Asking them what they know about you, and or if it's not online, they could be going around to people that know you. Oh, have you talked to so and so lately? Yeah, what are they up to? Yeah, you know, that was weird. They stopped talking to me all of a sudden. Oh my God, what's going on with them? You know, that kind of stuff. They're dirt digging. Okay, looking for dirt on you or vice versa. No facts. Never has the facts. Makes shit up and lies. You dodged major bullets, or they're trying to dodge bullets because now they're getting found out. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. It says by, but it should be from. So you're being protected by these haters, okay? This is nothing but a thief, robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. You got a bunch of groupies here. Threatening you, maybe. Intimidating, threatening, and bothered. Remember, a threat is against the law. Report it to the police. They're always partying. Move in silence. It's just a big waste of time. Stuck, no changes, limited. Same shit, different day. Your Shinophens, they're demons, okay? They're trying to get the inside scoop what you're doing. So this is an ex and somebody they chose over you, possibly. Or maybe this is pathetic. If it's an ex, they're trying to beat you. But in the last read, they got their third party to impersonate you. A closer look, nosy up in your business. To defraud you somehow, some way. And they're getting found out now. Wouldn't you love to be a fly on that wall? So, if it's the same one, what's the vibe? Let's see. What's the vibe? What's going on here? So, an impersonator. Hee hee hee. Who's bad? Impersonator. The man in the mirror. Somebody's mirroring you. Possibilities. Follow your dreams. Make up your mind. Believe in yourself. Place that where it belongs. It looks like she's leading somebody here, okay? So this third party thought, oh, I could be this person and I could lead this person down to the land of milk and honey. Or this is your ex saying this to the third party. There's a lot of tension going on here. Stressed out, migraines, and worry. They were also doing magic in the last read, so I don't know. Something to do with intimacy, mutual respect, unity, and closeness. So somebody's missing you. Instead, they wound up with somebody that, cheap thrills. You were looking for intimacy. They were looking for cheap thrills. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions. Yeah, you were their soulmate, and this is a soul tie. Okay, twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. This is just based off of lust with that one. Greed, by any means necessary, inconsiderate. You took time to recharge here, breathe, let go, clear your mind, and all they have is chaos on their end. Upheaval, disaster, and downfall. Running, escape, denial, excuses. They want to come running back to you, I hear. Yeah, and apologize here. They're arrogant, rash actions, and insincere. So maybe they're going to apologize for being arrogant, rash, and insincere, or they're going to still be that way. They're feeling hopeful here, inspired, optimistic, and success, because they're feeling trapped with the third party, stuck, no options on forgiveness. Maybe they're laughed at, or they laughed at you, happiness, joy, and healing, or they remember how you laughed and how happy they were. It's wishful thinking here, second chance, deja vu, and nostalgia. Something to do with time, procrastination, delay, too busy. They might be getting time, or a long time has gone by. Somebody was very two-faced, okay, for a long time. Double life, cheater, and backstabber. So what I'm picking up is they got themselves in some sort of bind, okay? Not just spiritually speaking, but criminally. They did something they shouldn't have done. They're in trouble. And people are finding out the truth. They're in trouble. They're hurting for money. The last read, I got the impression, if it's the same read, it might not be. I got the impression that somebody wants to come back in and still keep their third party there because it's a little plan. Let's get some more money out of them. Well, you know what I say to that, right? Go F yourself. Impersonator and the possibilities. Imagine if you could impersonate this person, the possibilities. Yeah, we can get some credit cards. We can get some loans out possibly. Not obviously there's a lot more involved. I don't know. I'm not a thief. I'm not a fake, a fraud. Somebody's on the inside maybe working for a bank. I remember picking that up in a couple of reads. So somebody could be working for a bank and they thought, oh, let's do this. Doctor some ID. They could have stole your ID. They had nothingness, death, meaninglessness, erasure, and forgetfulness. They wanted you gone. If I could take their place and they're gone. Or maybe they faked their own death and they wanted to take your place because they were going to be facing some jail time. Something like that. Something really nefarious here. Yeah, trash. Waste, worthless, and mouse. It was all for nothing. Sunset. Somebody's leaving this world here. Lost loved one. Memories, elder, and nightfall. Cool down period here. Calm, pause, solidification. There's a breakup. So these two broke up, or this whole group broke up. Walking away, separation, and end. Lost control, reckless, derailment, speeding, roll the dice. Take a chance, risk, leap of faith. Something to do with a photograph, photo, memories, souvenir, and card. They're looking at your photos. They did some magic with your photos. They spilt some innocent blood, pets, to do this magic. They have addictions, drug, alcohol, obsession, toxic attachments. So they tried to attach something to you, or they have something attached to them. They're committed here. Maybe made an oath to a secret society or a cult or coven, agreement, pledge, or promise. And this has changed. Somebody's transitioning. Transformation, newborn, evolution. There could be a newborn involved. I hope they didn't use... I can't go there. There's change here. Somebody's a snake. Lie, poison, and fertility. You're being guarded, being protected, okay? Somebody could be whistleblowing on these people. It could have something to do with yesterday's reads as well, because they want to reconcile. So your ex is thinking, I don't know if they've done it already, or somebody in the equation is thinking they can reconcile with you, whether it's ex, friend, family, or whatever. They can make this better on themselves if they whistleblow, because they don't see a way out, because they're getting hit hard with karma, and they're also possibly facing some jail time, okay, for what they've done. I'm sorry, I can't go there. I can't, if you know what I'm saying, okay? I don't even want to consider that. So impersonator, possibilities, nothingness. This could be a bunch of people that take life insurance out as well without your consent, nor knowledge, and send magic your way to unalive. You know what I mean? But they picked on the wrong one this time. Impersonator, possibilities, nothingness. This impersonator could have got some life insurance. Envy. We got that last read. Hater, spiteful, and jealous. That's a disease, you know? Get yourself checked out. You love yourself. Or they claimed you were jealous about them. I don't know. So self-love, love yourself, loving you, taking back control, finally being happy. They try to trash your name. Distractions. This could be you or them. I don't know. Temptation, always busy, kept you waiting. Now they want to reconcile. Harmony, resolving issues, getting back together. Because there's no contact here. Blocked, silent treatment, cut off all communication, or this is spirit telling you. They're hitting rock bottom now. Karma, jail, legal issues, life falling apart. That's what I mean. Somebody's in jail possibly, or they've already been questioned by the police. They know they're going down. They know karma's hitting hard. So they're trying to mitigate what their punishment's going to be by whistleblowing. They played a lot of mind games. Maybe they're playing mind games with the cops. The cops are playing mind games with them now. Or maybe the one that they chose, or the people that they were doing this with, are playing mind games, vice versa. Immature, testing you, analyzing you. There's going to be a message here, communication, conversation, expressing feelings. Something to do with your picture, yet again. Regrets, reminiscing, missing you. During avoidance, got that last time, I think. Or was the last read? I don't remember. In hiding, feeling guilty, and no communication. So somebody's hiding. Maybe from the cops. Maybe from this cult coven secret society. I don't know. Because they done effed up, okay? They really messed up here. I wish I could say, obviously, I don't know. They did too much here. Impersonator, possibilities, nothingness, and envy. It's all meaningless. Their life has no meaning. Even though whatever they gained so far was, number one, it was gained dishonestly, dishonorable. They're not going to hold on to it. It all amounted to nothing. At the end of the day, it didn't bring them any happiness, did it? It wasn't theirs. They couldn't reinvest this money or whatever they took from you. It was ill-gotten gains, right? They can't, show it off to everybody. I mean, their close circle, yeah, but they can't go around and say, I own a home if they've never worked a day in their life. They're just for the streets, you know what I'm saying? People are going to start talking. So it's like you can't be proud of it. If they stole a home, you know what I'm saying? There's enough people out there that just don't think these things through. Yeah, Queen of Wands, you're staying in your power, you go your own way. There's an offer coming towards you, an opportunity. This is an opportunist. This could be the impersonator here. This could be the mistress or side dude. They're scared now. You blocked them. Their money's been blocked. Overcoming, persevering, paranoid, defensive. Or this is you, and they're trying to block your money or your opportunities. Where are we going with this, please, Brett? Oh, dear. Oh, I just saw the police. Thank you. In this deck, there's two lovers cards. Okay, this is same sex. Male or female, it doesn't matter. But there's a decision. There's a third party going to a higher level soulmate connection. A contract. You validated, you used your higher wisdom, made the proper decision here. Or this is a third party. The third party could be the same sex, or you were in a same sex scenario. I don't know. Everybody's story is different. Only place it where it belongs. Yeah, lies. Page of Swords. That's the overarching energy in reverse. Somebody's very jealous and abusive. They lied, they spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty, and they were cruel. Targeted you. They could be targeting you right now if you're online, harassing you of some sort, stalking you. They're very jealous. Somebody's fighting. They're angry. This is a troublemaker. Self-sabotage. Bottom of the deck. The lovers now. Okay, so now we have male-female lovers, okay? This is a third-party situation. Somebody inserted themselves or claimed you inserted yourself into their relationship. Meanwhile, it was the other way around. They might have been friends, but they were friends in love. You know what I mean? On the sly. See that? I just noticed that. The snake, how it's looking up towards the apple instead of the female. That's the first one. First time I've ever seen that. This could be a higher level soulmate connection, or this wannabe you lied about being a divine feminine, or lied about a contract. A lot of lies and illusions here. Could be using magic, illusions, trickery, manipulations, right? Nothing is as it seems. Somebody's lazy. Can't trust them. They're unfaithful. A lot of secrets here. Third party situation. Lots of lies. Lots of abuse possibly. You shouldn't, no. It's not that easy. I know. I've been there before. If anybody's going to abuse you, usually the first thing to do is leave or remove them from your life. But sometimes it's not that easy. But if you can leave, please, okay? Nobody deserves that shit. They're in their emotions, maybe. Mind games, power plays. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming. You took the high road and you walked away and let it go. Easy peasy. Here comes the popo. Something's a player energy. Did something too quickly. Knee-jerk reactions. Didn't think. Very impulsive. Somebody's inspired to take some sort of action here. They don't want smoke. They don't want this smoke. They don't want to be in trouble. They want to be able to walk away and let this go themselves. They're in their emotions, maybe. They're thinking of you. They know they lied about you or lied to you. Yeah, this is the divine, going to court, marriage. So they left you. They cheated on you. They were player energy in your relationship or marriage, or they were already married to you or the other person. I don't know. Dealing with an institution and or a contract, hiding and cloaking. They were hiding, cloaking. They were married or they got married. I heard they got married while they were with you. So maybe you weren't married with them. Maybe they got two. I don't know. Yeah, they made allegations or accusations about you that were unfounded. I don't know. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. They have no defense for what they've done. There could have been hiding and cloaking, some sort of an attack. It could be in court. I don't know. They're feeling overwhelmed. This is justice. They can't block justice here. Maybe they were trying to block it. Somebody got injured or sick. They have no defense. Some sort of a spiritual attack. Yes, somebody wanted to be you. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. Somebody's unstable and insecure, greedy, selfish. It's a financial crime of some sort. They wanted you to appear unstable. Bankruptcy. Somebody doesn't want to be alone. There's a backfire here. This is bad news. No communication. Can't move forward. They wanted to stop your forward motion. Or they've been stopped. This is bad news. Stopping the Emperor. Divine masculine energy. The Emperor's not talking to this person. This could be a person with authority of some sort. They lost their twin. They lost their twin. So they went to the, yeah, they're not happy. Non-committal, losing a home, stability, a business, party's over. It could be something to do with paternity as well. Somebody lied. They were jealous and vindictive. I don't know. This could be your twin or somebody else coming in. There's no communication here. They lost their twin. They know that. It's a backfire. This is bad news for them. You're getting your justice because they committed some sort of fraud or financial crime against you. Yeah, they're in denial. They don't know what to do. They're acting like a victim. They didn't see this coming, maybe. There's no clarity upon a situation. Could have stolen a home as well. Yeah, there's a lot of shit talk in here, okay? Somebody's ghosted somebody. Somebody's ignoring another. You blocked all their magic. This magic here. Manipulations. Unwise counsel. Secrets are not coming out. They're going to be arrested. It's Illumination. So somebody is going to be arrested or has been. letting go and letting God. You surrendered this. You're not worried. You're not struggling. It's this treason and punishment card. They're getting a murder. No more delays here, okay? They can't sacrifice you if that's what they were planning to do. Yeah, this is a leader. Somebody with authority stepping in. They have to take the noble approach. They have morals, ethics, and honor. They protect and defend the underdog. This is somebody who's bold, confident, attracting, innovative. They take calculated risks. A creator of sorts. Yeah, this is a bad investment, unwise investment. This could be misappropriation of funds, fraud. They lost a lot of money. End of the road. They can't go any further. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You get what you give. They have to relocate. Somebody lied. They were vengeful, vindictive, jealous, a bitch, male or female. Just a lying sack of shit. They're angry. Ooh, look at this. We got that last read, didn't we? Exes here. Ex-wife, ex-husband, and or these are both liars. You got people to lie. Professionals of some sort. This is a narcissist or worse. Pathological liar, user, abuser, cold calculating, and cruel. It could be two narcs together. Wow, this could be an attack. This could be first responders. There's lies. Something's happening quickly. The truth is up there. The sort of truth is there. Quickly releasing someone, letting something go. They're not renting space in your head, removing obstacles. Releasing this inheritance or large amount of money or life insurance. This could also be widows and widowers, I just heard. So these people do this. This is life insurance, okay? Yeah, look at all the stuff they got from life insurance. A lot of illusions, delusions, hopeful, wishful thinking, confusion, bribery, temptation. Could be somebody's getting blackmailed as well, but this is some sort of cover-up. Their life is upside down right now. Okay, the world's upside down. They kept repeating a bad pattern of behavior. They didn't want to stop or learn a lesson. It's unfinished business. So they were doing life insurance scams. Okay, these are scam artists or something like that. It's a lot of money. They're going to lose everything. There's somebody got impatient. They want this money to be released to them now. You know what I mean? It's family discord, or you're dealing with a corporation that's going to go down. Could be a life insurance company. I don't know. Somebody doesn't know what to do. They're looking at what options they have right now, or somebody have multiple options within a situation. They want to come back. How am I going to come back from this? They're hurting for money. This was unstable, unbalanced. They're in debt, maybe. They got a lot of people involved, you know, blackmail. Not blackmail, I mean bribery and temptation. This is fucked up, I heard. They can't play games anymore. Yeah, they're parting ways with friends, cults, covens, secret societies. Maybe it's a secret society involved. There's a lot of gossip going around. Somebody's not happy. Somebody's angry. It could be somebody's very promiscuous. They were using magic. Yeah, they were using magic to control, wanting power and control, right? This is a bully. Somebody could be on the run right now. They could be transitioning. They're using magic to take people out, right? In the past. Someone wants to reconcile. They're having nostalgic memories. Maybe they're sending you love and lust spells. Somebody wants to, something to do with children. They were using children. Somebody's innocence here. They were, yeah, Queen of Cups reverse. This is a bad mother. Somebody's superficial, shallow, selfish. They emotionally manipulate and blackmail. They don't care who they hurt. Damn. They have addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. Out of control, sick. So somebody could have, children could have lost their mother. Mother could have lost their children or child in the past. There's no conflict resolution, no reconciling. Somebody's out of control here. They're impatient maybe. They want this money now. Hurry up and take them out. Make them sick. Typically, these people, what they do is they hit upon people that are established. They have a house that's bought and paid for, a business that's bought and paid for, lots of money. You know what I'm saying, right? Maybe it's a widower and or divorcee that's on their own. They hit upon all kinds of people like that. And then the next thing you know, they're having, they don't have any existing medical, no big problems medically. The next thing you know, they're gone, right? Something happened, just, you know, it was a fluke. You know how some people, that does happen every now and then. But these people do the magic, right? On the live spells. But now their life is all falling apart. You can't, you know, there's no peace or harmony where they are. This is fallen angels you're dealing with, maybe. Maybe this couple that came after you are breaking up because somebody cheated on the other. Yeah, they're out in the cold now. Out of lack and a loss, heading towards poverty. If it's not poverty, they could be sick, very unstable, and or this is spiritual poverty as well. Another one, somebody followed another out into the cold. They're sick. This is a scandal. They're scared. Could be injured. They don't want to heal. This was a scam. I can't make this up. This is magic. Magic did them in. Somebody was having casual hookups all over the place. Maybe they got sick that way. I don't know. Very insincere. This is love bombers, okay? They come after people, make them sick. That's what happens, right? With the magic and all that. No follow through. Yeah, there's something in their emotions here. So they came after you to scam you. Maybe they fell in love. But that peace dove is taking that Eucharist and it's leaving. Someone's going through a dark night of the soul. They're very depressed, or they were trying to send you depression spells to take yourself out of here. You know what I mean? They're feeling sorry for themselves. Rejected, abandoned. I know they're bored and discontent. They wanted the fast people, fast lives. They didn't want you. Yeah, that's the truth. They wanted the fast people and fast lives, but something's not sitting well with them. Maybe because they hit upon their own divine partner. Truth and clarity. They tried to screw around with your crown chakra. Somebody wants to talk. They want to avoid a tower moment. So they know they're going down. They want to talk. Or going to talk. This might be the whistleblower taking action here. This is going to be... They know that somebody's going to get cut out of something. Yeah, this is fall from grace. They got demoted. It's a higher level soulmate. Somebody has addictions. Putting on an act. Very smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know it on the show off. Yeah, they scapegoated you. They're not happy where they are. It's the end of a family or a group, okay? Lying, cheating, and or stealing. So their partner lied, cheated, and stole from them as well. So now they're thinking twice about this. Or you're the one that got away because, yeah, they know they're getting some karma. They're trying to find a way, strategize a way to escape this situation, escape their karma, mitigate their punishment, okay? This is bad judgment. Bad decisions. They're stuck. They don't know what to do. They were supposed to take you out and you got away. And now they're pouting, feeling sorry for themselves. And they're stuck. You can't get away from this. Whatever they tried, it didn't work. They're trying to block your work if you're working online. Yeah, you could be doing divination, or you had something new started here. Took a practical approach. Or they're no longer working with a Page of Pentacles energy. You have foresight. They have to pay for something. Pay for a trip. Pay for movement. I don't know. They're plotting and planning. Yeah, I don't know. This is you. This is something new. You started something new. Gathered some information. You have foresight. You're moving forward. You're not looking back. You're healthy. You're healthy. They don't like that. Okay? You're a healer. You're divinely protected. You are wish fulfillment. Your wishes are being granted. Somebody from a distance, they could be watching you. So please come in the Chariot. Moving forward, you overcame, persevered. You're leading them behind. They know they radically need to accept accountability for what they've done. It's awareness. They need to bring back balance to a situation. They know that the universe is involved with this. This is victory. You're moving forward without them. They were reckless, careless, and foolish. They thought that your kindness was weakness. They thought you were gullible, but it turned out they were. No new beginnings for this fool. You're moving faster and faster and farther away from them. Their wish fulfillment was to travel. Maybe they did travel with some sort of monies or something. They could be at a distance and they took this out on you. So if that means they're from a distance, maybe a different country or something, that means that these officers approaching you might be from a different country. Yeah, they're using magic, illusions, deceptions, corruption. They don't have all the resources they need because you left too soon. I mean, you left before they could finish whatever this was. Yeah, because you left, right? It's falling apart. False contracts, right? So if it's a life insurance claim, it's a false contract, ending a collaboration. They don't have all the resources they need. You moved on and avoided the worst of it, right? Now they want to come meet you in calm waters to avoid whatever it is they're facing. I don't think so. Sorry, it's all over the place. It's just this week. Yeah, they wanted to unalive you. Somebody could have gotten ill and or sick and or they might be facing this. They're in their emotions right now. They could be drunk or in their emotions. They're malicious, ruthless, and careless and cruel. Self-absorbed, self-centered, emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature, willing to do whatever it takes to save their ass possibly, but everybody else is taking on losses, right? Dishonorable gains. They're going to lose it all. They thought they were smart. They're not. They're not very smart. Everybody's losing. Everybody involved. They're taking on karma. They're losing. Walking away. It's not worth it any longer. It's a defeat at the end of the day. People can't trust this person, okay? They can't come correct. They're not getting paid. Unreliable, not dependable. Lazy. Non-committal. They can't delay something any longer. They can't pay up or they're not going to get paid. This is the worst that's happened. This is a nightmare. They're scared. They got to let go or give up. Your guard won't go down. 9-9. If yeah, the truth and clarity. Exposed. They're angry. They want your guard to go down. Yeah, they're under divine judgment. They got to let this go. There's awareness. Too many people are aware, maybe. They want a second chance with you. And yeah, it's aware that this is a doppelganger. Or this could be a power of attorney or just wanting power and control. They devalued you. It's a doppelganger wanting to be you. It's a karmic. It's very toxic. Obsessed. They have obsessions, addictions, codependency issues. They're bound to the devil. They want to let this go now. They're insecure and unstable. They have no protection. This is ruin. You let them go. You avoided. Or this is what your ex-partner, they want to let go of this doppelganger. They know they're in trouble here. It's ruin. Somebody's a doppelganger for sure. This is a gold digger, cloud chaser. Very greedy and selfish and materialistic. Unfaithful, can't be trusted. Very manipulative. Fraudulent. So maybe your ex-partner got defrauded by their karmic. They're having financial difficulties, right? Yeah. Parting of ways is all karmic. It's one-sided. Somebody of the same sex, I don't know, broke a contract. Maybe their karmic or your ex is in the same-sex relationship. I don't know. Whatever this was, they didn't use their higher wisdom. And they're getting the consequences to this. They have no peace or harmony. They're in heavy-duty debt. They made promises. Maybe they're involved with organized crime. I don't know. But they owe money to somebody. Yeah, got an STD. They claimed you had an STD. They're blocking your new beginnings. I don't know. Somebody's got a child blocking. You're innocent. They don't want you having new beginnings, new past opportunities, growth or expansions. They don't want you taking action, so they're going to apologize. If it's not an STD, maybe they were hired to give you an STD. Maybe this is the inheritance thing again. Do it on the sly, right? Could be a child here. Somebody's not happy. Something to do with a child. Our children. On the down low. Death of a child or children not happy, facing, if they have an STD, they're going. There's going to be some communication. There's change here. Yeah, this is a karmic soul tie. They're heartbroken. Somebody's alone. You don't trust them. They don't want to transition. They can't move. They can't travel. I don't know what this is. They're in trouble. They're scared. They feel weak. Okay. They lost control of everything in their life. Yeah, the humble themselves. Yeah, this is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They're just greedy and materialistic. They didn't care about what really matters in life. They only cared about the dollar and their image. It's a bully. If they had power and authority, they abused it. It's corrupt. They have a lot of burdens on their back now, okay? They have a point to prove. They had a chip on their shoulder where you were concerned. Yeah. Destiny. They're worried about destiny. They were a gold digger and cloud chaser. This has changed, though. Yeah. Change. You're out in the public eye. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. If it has anything to do with institutions or courts, they said something on public record or something like that, or it's going to be public. Yeah, this is about to get this money. Opportunists, they were bragging about this. But this is your blessing. There's an offer, an opportunity coming in. Emotionally unavailable. Walking away. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. They're facing the unknown. They thought, this is embarrassing. I guess they went somewhere else after you. They weren't emotionally invested in you. Now they see that you're doing well in life. Nothing they tried against you worked. You're very protected. It turns out that you're their partner. Past life soulmate or a higher level soulmate and or twin. They were an opportunist, so they went elsewhere. And it turns out you had it all. You were the blessed one. Or maybe they thought that, oh, I'm a divine masculine. I can just switch the karmic for the divine feminine. Because the karmic won't hold the divine masculine's feet to the fire. And I say it's a masculine. Place the genders where it belongs. The divine feminine could be a masculine energy, okay? And vice versa. But whomever was the one that didn't want to put the work in, they didn't want to be questioned. They wanted their life the way they wanted it. They're going to have addictions. They're only concerned about money and their image. There's always going to be something better around the corner. So they settled for the karmic instead of their divine partner. Or their divine partner came in and settled their hash. One of the two. What better fucking karma for somebody that's that hung up on their image, egotistical, narcissistic, impersonator. I think both of them are narcs, actually, talking shit. They thought, oh, look, the possibilities, what we could do with this person. Now there's tension, stressed out, migraines, and worry, right? Because it's the nothingness now. Death, meaninglessness, erasure, and forgetfulness. Take that for whatever it is. Maybe they're facing on their lives. If they're dealing with cults, covens, secret societies, and they tried to sacrifice you, somebody's going to have to be sacrificed. It's not going to be you. It might be them. And they're freaking out now. They forgot, oh my God, I owe the devil. See, their light's going to be snuffed out. They could be sick and or eat. They trashed their whole lives, okay? Waste, worthless, it was all for nothing. This is somebody that was so envious of you, hater, spiteful, and jealous. All they needed, what was missing in their life was self-love, right? Loving you, taking back control, finally being happy. If they could have loved themselves, none of this would have been happening. They would have had self-respect. They would have had self-respect for, not just self-respect, but respect for other people's lives, for anything that's sentient. They know their place. They're not going to go down that route. But obviously, a karmic's not wanting to heal. And rest assured, just like there are divine beings, there are karmics that are mandated to be karmics forevermore, for whatever reason. But they do serve a purpose. I hate to say that, but they do. Okay? I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know some people are relegated to be karmic for the rest of the time here until the end of time. It is what it is. It depends on who they are and what they've done. Where are we going with this collective, please? You love yourself enough. You're not going to go back there. So 43, they want your pity. Deep knowing. They didn't know. They didn't think you knew. 43, 7, they've been stopped. They can't move on. They could have had a car accident, got injured. It's not going to go anywhere. They can't overcome. They don't want to take any accountability. Well, that's just too bad. They're not very bright. See? That owl's in reverse. I don't want to go. They're in between worlds, possibly 3. Okay, this is the divine feminine. This is the empress. There's no comparison. Okay, there's the divine feminine. There's the karmic. Quite different. Time for a nap in reverse. Wow. It's a karmic relationship here. Parting of ways. They're reaping the consequences to their poor decisions. No peace or harmony. False contracts, whether in the ethers or in the 3D. To use their higher wisdom here. Time for a nap in reverse. It's time for them to wake up. Serendipity. 18. Lots of, that's the moon. Lots of lies and illusions here. They could be fearful. Serendipity. It is what it is. And maybe they're going to believe now. Maybe they never did. I don't know. Can't speak for them, but why would you do this? I have no idea. So it's in reverse, so I'm just going to read the prosperity message for deep knowing. This is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Pardon me. Within you, there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind, quote unquote. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune in to right now. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. So you can tap into all of this stuff and move forward. Congratulations. These people can't. Maybe they're seeing that. Maybe they sent you so much spell work that they don't know what the hell's going on. Well, you're very protected, right? So 3, between worlds, transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You're done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place, between what was and what will be, is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. So it's a divine matrix here. This is meant to be. You know, the divine's gonna, I hate to say it, but kill more birds with one stone than anybody else, right? He's gonna make sure that lessons have been implicated. He's gonna reach many, many people through this, possibly. The seeds that are planted in the past, that were planted in the past, begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you're between the worlds, you're invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. So don't set any expectations as to how this is going to look at the end of the day. It's going to look a lot better. Probably going to wow you, knock your socks off. You know what I mean? You're going to know that the divine was behind it. Who else, right? 24 in reverse, or they will. Take it for whatever that is. So the protection message, you're a human being, not a human doing. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and to go, go, go until you can barely see straight? You've gone as far as you can. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects. But now you're an empty well and have no reserves for others or for yourself. Don't let your ego keep you going full speed when your body and spirit need rest. Exhaustion's calling you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break. If you don't, the appearance of this card could portend a possible illness that stems from being totally overwhelmed. You'll feel like a new person if you take that break, so do so now. So that could go for anybody in this equation. Stop the magic, okay? The baneful magic, I should say. It's not going to serve you well. It's just going to make you sick at the end of the day. These people don't see it. Don't believe it. Okay, you know what? I haven't used this deck once. I don't know what this deck is. Let's see. Just for fun. Disregard it if it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what this deck is, though. I can't remember. The X file, dating history, and reporter. Wow. So they could have studied you and talked to some of your exes or something. Or they're trying to study you now. Maybe they thought, okay, we know how to handle this person. This could be a reporter here. The victim, yeah. So they study their victims beforehand. Individuals with a victim mentality in relationships. Well, that's them, obviously. The karmic. Maybe that's what they thought you'd be like. I don't know. So this is the mysterious. The idea behind being mysterious is that if they reveal as few vulnerabilities as possible. So this person you were dealing with could have seemed mysterious. It's because they didn't want to reveal anything to you. You're the spiritual. No matter the situation or the exact emotion you might be experiencing, your partner knows and understands exactly what's going on. So you understood your partner. This could be the karmic and how they attached themselves to your past partner. This is the victim, the mysterious. So we're dealing with different people here, the mixed signal. And you don't want to lose them as a friend, so you have no clue what to do. So this is, I don't know, maybe they want to be your friend, or this is them. They're breaking up. I don't know if I should. This is the foodie. You're dealing with foodie, or people who love food, but not just as fuel for their bodies. So somebody's a glutton. It might not just be food. It could be drugs, alcohol, sex. The ice cold person is that they don't really seem interested in you. Everything they know about you is made up of stuff you told them willingly. Somebody's ice cold here. And the recyclist, CEO of recycling partnerships. Oh, I hate people like that. Oh, sorry, I can't say hate people, but I hate situations like that. Struggling artists. Artists are great partners. What I mean is I've seen this. People keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The struggle love, right? Well, I'm done with this person. I'm back. Take me back. Nothing changes. It just gets worse. Why would you want to go back to that? I don't know. It seems like it's all falling apart on these people. So congratulations. Keep going forward. Don't look back. I love you. And until next time, take care.